Hi, my name's Laura Gregory and I'm an ER consultant for Grow HR. And I just first and foremost want to acknowledge that this has been a particularly challenging week for all of our clients. As employers, you've had to deal with a lot of uncertainty over the last wee while as we all seek to navigate a constantly changing landscape in terms of the COVID-19 situation and the subsequent lockdown. We've got a number of different employers that have all been impacted and affected in different ways, from the non-essential business that's had to shut down in its entirety for the duration of the lockdown and send all its employees home, all in the knowledge that they won't be receiving any business revenue for the foreseeable future. The non-essential businesses that are able to maintain some form of business continuity as they're able to have employees work from home to provide some services remotely, through to the essential businesses that are required and are able to stay open for the duration of the lockdown in order to provide those essential services to New Zealand. And all of those scenarios provide unique challenges specific to those businesses. So what I just want to do briefly is provide a bit of a wrap up for you in terms of where we're at currently with the wage subsidy. So for those of you that are eligible to apply, for those businesses that are eligible to apply for the wage subsidy, then that can be done online through WINS. The subsidy is for each employee, and for a full-time employee that is $585.80. For part-time employees that is $350. And the expectation is that that wage subsidy is then passed on to the employee through normal payroll, and the expectation is there that you use best endeavours to continue to pay 80% of usual wages. So that will not always be possible to pay that 80%, but certainly you need to use best endeavours to do so. If you're not able to do that, you could start having conversations with employees around getting their consent to see if they're happy to take annual leave or other leave that they may be owed. But certainly as a bare minimum, you need to continue to pay at least the wage subsidy that you're receiving. The government has also made it clear that there is the expectation there that if you receive that wage subsidy, that you maintain people's employment. So chances are now more than ever that you're starting to think about the structure of your business and how you're going to work effectively and in a cost-effective manner following the lockdown and beyond. So I just want to sort of get you thinking a little bit about the structure of your business from this point. This is certainly providing you with a good opportunity to look at the structure of your business. So as I mentioned previously, currently as it stands, if you're eligible for the wage subsidy, the expectation is that you retain employees in the business. So it's been largely discouraged to consider at this point any restructures and redundancies too early in the lockdown. And I think that's probably a sensible approach. It's all an unknown at this point in time. If you are receiving the wage subsidy, then you're able to pass that on to employees and keep them in employment. And at the end of all this, you'll still need your employees. So going down a restructure path at this point in time, if you're contemplating that, have a real serious think about whether you think that is the right approach at this point in time, or if you wait and see what happens after this 4-week period. We may be in lockdown for 4 weeks, it might be 8 weeks, it may even be 12 weeks. We just don't know. It's all uncertain at this point in time. So I think be pragmatic and think through. Employees are an integral part of your business. It may well be that following this or even during this you cannot sustain the current numbers that you have, but I would advise caution with any restructures or redundancies, certainly at this point, but that's something you can start to think about and start to plan should the situation change. So as I was saying before, most if not all businesses around New Zealand and the globe have been impacted. And there's probably some key things that you can start thinking about now in terms of your structure. So looking at the overall structure of your business, so cut your business into departments or functions and start defining the overall responsibilities and deliverables of each of those departments and functions in your business, and have a look at the roles in the business, the role responsibilities, and the number of people that you have in those roles across the business, because this is a really good opportunity to sort of cut and dice your business and to take into account the changes that may result from COVID-19 and that situation, and what that may mean for the future of your business and what that might need to look like. So start having a think about, okay, if this all ends in 4 weeks, am I going to be status quo as we've currently always operated, or are there some changes that I'll need to make as a business? And likewise, if this continues for 8 weeks, it's probably likely that it's going to have more of an impact on your business. So therefore, what changes might need to be implemented at that point? And likewise, if it's going to go on for 12 weeks, there's likely to be more of an impact again on your business, and you may very well need to start thinking about employee numbers and whether they're sustainable. But likewise, you could come back in at the end of this lockdown period with more demand on your business, so actually requiring more employees than what you've currently got now. For instance, you might have a significant backlog in terms of things that need to get out or need to be done, which will mean that you'll require more employees than what you've currently got now in order to get through that backlog. So I think it's just about thinking through the options, thinking through the structure of your business, what's going to work for you at different stages and throughout this process, and to get in touch with us if you need any advice or any guidance through any of those processes, because I think it's important that you think about the bigger picture with respect to this whole situation, and maintaining employees certainly where you can, but also being pragmatic with the view that actually you need to make sure that you can sustain your business going forward. And absolutely, we understand that at certain times that may mean that you may need to instigate some kind of restructure process. So if you've got any questions with respect to any potential structure assessments of your business, then feel free to get in touch with any member of the Grow HR team, and we can advise you through that. In the meantime, everybody take care, and we'll speak to you soon.